Hey guys, Coach Bobby here from BC4 Performance. This week we're looking at Christian McCaffrey, running back for the 49ers, and how his change of direction, his agility are leading him to continuously be one of the best players in the NFL. So since he started with the 49ers, he's dominated, and week in and week out, it just seems he makes plays that other guys just can't. And really what it is like I mentioned before, it's the change of direction, the agility. And the definition of agility is the ability to move quickly and easily. I think that's what a lot of people miss is you have the quickly part, people think agility and fast, but it's the easily part, which is just a huge portion of it. And Christian McCaffrey moves more smoothly than any player that's in the NFL right now. So two plays I want to go over where the change of direction, the agility, allow him to create plays that instead of being a 3-yard gain or a 5-yard gain, he turns them into much longer gains because he can do this. So first play here, just going to be a run up the middle of the field, and he ends up turning this into about a 25-yard gain. And really what we're going to see from the backside is his ability to see it, but get upfield now. So as he gets to this point, as he takes the handoff, he sees the whole line is cutting him off in this direction. So there's nowhere to go. So he has to cut back. But then as he cuts back, he's going to do it well because what does he see right here? He sees Bobby Wagner in the middle of the field. So he knows he can't cut back and try to get through here. He has to be able to cut and now get up the field through this seam. All right, so what he does a really good job of is as he's in mid-jump right now, he lands, and he lands with the feet at an angle that allow him to plant, and now he can press his weight to the inside here, and then he gets his right foot at an angle to go right up the seam that he's looking to go. All right, so he's going to hit that with the foot down, and then as he slips to move forward, he's going to then press his right foot back on the other side. All right, so that's a little thing here. So he plants this left foot. Now his right foot, as he plants a little bit to the outside. So now his body, as it's moving this direction, he's going to plant that right foot on the outside. So now he can lean his body and press his weight back into here. So now he stays hard to this side, away from where Bobby Wagner is coming from, and now can stay and hit that gap and seam right up the field. And this is all, guys, in a couple of steps, right? So he takes the handoff, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now he's at top speed right as he hits the line of scrimmage. Now he can burst and get into a foot race to go up the field. What a lot of guys struggle with in terms of that easily part is how they land. So when he lands right here, what we're going to see is we're going to see this leg out straight, and as he plants, he's going to drop the hips. All right, so he drops the hips and he gets just a little bit of a bend in that knee now. It's not much, and this is what I think a lot of athletes don't understand is, like when I drop my hips, I have to, touch my chest all the way down to my knees, basically my head's on the floor. It's not in any way, shape, or form. You just have to have good foot angles that allow your body to press in a certain direction, and then we just need to soften the knees up enough, which means our hips drop down. Now our body is going to catch. Now all of our leg muscles are absorbing that energy, and now they can pop back out. All right, it's like taking a spring. If you take a spring, even if you just put a little bit of pressure on that spring, push in, and you let go, it's going to have a release. Same thing for athletes. When you guys drop those hips, what it's going to do is when you drop the hips, all of these muscles tense up just like a spring, and now when you release that and tell your body, hey, let's shoot those hips and those legs forward, now you can use that energy you just absorbed. So many athletes, they plant, and they plant hard with an outside step here, and then they don't drop their hips, and now they try to take 3 or 4 steps to make up for that. If you just do exactly this and drop those hips, it's going to allow you to move, and then as he stays, his hips stay at the same level as he moves throughout here, and that's what's allowing him to just stay low, fast, and efficient to get up the field. All right, we're going to see this again, guys, with the next play. All right, so next play for Christian McCaffrey is here, and this is going to be a double jump cut. All right, so we're going to be running a counter play here. So he fakes to the right, comes back through, and now as he comes through right here, all right, he's going to see the defender. So we're going to make one jump cut, and if you watch him, same thing. Look at his hip level right here. We're going to see those hips drop. All right, so we're going to see the hips drop, so he's able to absorb that energy, sink down a little bit. He's going to pop up. Now as he goes to cut back in, same thing. He drops those hips down inside. And now we have an absolutely ridiculous jump to one spot, then to the other. And that makes the DB jump outside, and now he's able to cut in. But like I said, he hits. Now as he goes to right here, In mid-jump, he realizes he has to land and go the other direction. So we land, and he's going to land with that, catching with that knee bend. Foot is planted here, foot is planted here. So now he's able to adjust and turn that body in. And now as he does that in one step, he's able to cut himself forward and now slip through. And now his shoulders are straight in the direction he's trying to go. All right. And that's also part of, guys, with the footwork. All right. When we plant and work those feet, all right, our feet and our hips are going to work together. And that's really going to help get our hips turned around. So because he's able to get his hips, once he lands in that second spot, all right, we get our hips going this way, all right, and our shoulders, it's a lot easier to make this cut and then turn and get upfield because we only have, let's say, hips and shoulders to get to here. This is the angle that we have to cover, right, is right here. He's able to make that twist. A lot of guys, what they'll have is their feet will land towards the sideline. And now if our feet land towards the sideline, all right, so let's say our feet are pointed fully, both of them in this direction to the sideline. Now to try and get our hips and shoulders back straight, now we have all of this ground that we have to cover to turn those shoulders and turn those hips to now get up the field. It's a lot harder. So this double cut is really foot angles and then dropping down with the hips to allow that to be the change of direction quickly and easily to be able to slip and make it through that hole, and then be able to get up the field in a fast and efficient manner, all right? So boom, boom, and then he's able to slip and get right up the field, 15-yard gain on something that really should have been stopped in the backfield by either the safety or the corner coming down, all right? So it's just, like I said, guys, really it's his ability has been incredible for years, and it just continues to show this year where he's continuing to make plays. But at the end of the day, guys, what this is being fundamentally sound as a player and being able to move and change direction quickly, which really just comes down to you knowing where you want to go and having your body move in that direction. So that's where in the off season, as you're working change of direction drills, it's not just working the drills 1,000 times, it's working those drills the right way, the proper way. And if you're able to do that all the time, that's where you get into this situation. If you follow Christian McCaffrey in any of his off-season workouts, everything is so technically sound and fundamentally sound. There's not a misstep anywhere in his training, and that's what allows him to be so good. It's not because he does 1,000 more drills than everybody. It's because he's doing 1,000 drills very correctly versus doing 2,000 drills and they're incorrect. So that's where the difference comes to, guys, as well, in terms of, training and training with a purpose. So if you train with a purpose, it's going to allow you to be more efficient on the field and be able to make some big plays out there. So, click the subscribe button. We have new videos featuring different players every week. Throw it in the comments if there's a player you'd like to see. And thank you guys for checking in.